Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Sheila C Hill Show. And that C stands for come on in this room and have a sit down so we can chit chat for a little while. Listen, the Sheila C Hill Show is the ultimate go-to podcast for ambitious individuals who want to live a more fulfilling and successful life, to get valuable insights, expert tips, and inspiring stories to help you improve your lifestyle, grow your business, and enhance your emotional well-being. If you are new to the show, welcome. And I am your host, Sheila C Hill. And I would just like to say hello, hola, bonjour, como está, ni hao, howdy, and what's going on, you guys? Thanks for tuning in on today. And please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share, and become a part of Sheila's Thrive Tribe. And that's what we call ourselves here. We are the Thrivers here. Now, I told you once, I've told you plenty of times that when I bring the guests, I bring the best guests in the land. And today is not going to disappoint. Listen, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Our guest today is an award-winning digital brand strategist, best-selling author, an international speaker with a passion for the people and a love for helping others succeed in life. She's had the pleasure of being featured on Hello Beautiful, Black Enterprise, the Network Journal, and the Rachel Ray Show. She's also spoken at many workshops throughout the country and universities, high schools, and institutions throughout the United States. She is a full-time entrepreneur. Woo! And she received her PhD in communicative and instruction from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And at this time, I want you to welcome to the stage, we have Miss Sade, Dr. Sade Adu.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on the Sheila C Hill Show.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Listen, I'm not as excited as I am because you are that it girl. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. You are that girl. Now, for those who don't know you, if you can just give us a general overview of who you are. Who is Dr. Sade Adu?
Hey, beautiful people. So like I was introduced, my name is Dr. Sade Adu. I'm a digital brand strategist. I'm a speaker, a coach, and an author. And my mission is to help people become better. I'm on a mission to help women entrepreneurs build brands and market online courses and digital programs, products, and services, because I believe you should teach what you know and get paid well for it. So I'm super excited to be here and talk a little bit more about that.
I am so excited to have you here. Listen, all right, let's just dive right into it. What do you attribute your success to? Because you're so successful in what you do. What is the secret? Tell us the secret sauce today.
The secret, I was going to say, is no secret. So I attribute success to, number one, having a praying mama. I'll say that. That's where we start this. I started this entrepreneurship journey 9 years ago, and it was a faith walk. I was an international teacher in the Republic of Kazakhstan, and I was extremely happy being an educator, but I knew there was more. And I know someone who's listening to this, you might be like, I'm doing great. I'm successful. I've checked off all the dots. I've crossed all the things off the list that I was supposed to do as an adult, but I know that there's more for me. And going into entrepreneurship, I didn't come from a background of entrepreneurs. No one in my family was an entrepreneur. I was building what I call this yellow brick road myself. I was figuring out this journey on my own so that people who came after me wouldn't have to figure it out. So I attribute this definitely to faith and spiritual favor. I would not be in business this long if it wasn't my faith and believing in God and understanding that I was called to a higher purpose. And that's why I'm in entrepreneurship today.
Woo, I love it. That's what I'm talking about, because listen, I'm all about the faith and listen, trust in God, because he is the one that has helped me out thus far. But now question here is, what inspired you? Because there's so many different opportunities out there, but what inspired you to become a branding strategist? And what specific experiences or a moment that led you down this path?
I started off as a life coach, a certified life coach. Again, I
Oh,
just wanted to help people live better lives. And the people that came to me initially, they kept saying to me, "How did you build this brand? How did you build this brand?" And I did not understand why they thought I knew how to build brands. I couldn't figure it out. I did build my own website. I did all my social media marketing, especially in the beginning. And I guess they were identifying a skill set that I innately had. And it took some soul searching for me to realize where this originally came from. And I spoke to one of my early mentors that I had in middle school and high school. And I was like, these people keep saying I know how to do something. And then we went back to my core. As a kid, my side hustle, my job was working political campaigns. Okay. Most 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, maybe you have a little, babysitting, you do a little bit of here or there. Maybe you're 16, you might get a job at the local store. Well, for me, I had a government job. I worked political campaigns, municipal, gubernatorial, and presidential campaigns before I was eligible to vote. So I used to do canvassing. I would register people to vote. I knocked on doors. I monitored political sites. When I was a kid, I was there on campaign night when they won or when they lost. So I learned a lot about marketing, branding, or what we call reputation at the time, and image from politicians. And I leveraged that skill set to help people build their personal brands, because what I was unaware for myself at that time is that I was doing the same thing. I was learning. I was building a brand. I was learning public speaking. I was learning how to market myself. I was learning the art of influence as a child, and those skills transferred into what we're doing today with helping people market their brands online and offline.
wow, that is major. So it was just, from the beginning as a child. And I always talk about everything that you need is within you. It's just
Mhm.
automatic. It's just all about, taking that skill and that gift and maturing it, and making it better and building it. I love that. Congratulations on that. Let's go, sis. I love it. Okay, now we talk about branding. Now, for how can you describe or define branding, and why is it so important for businesses today?
So I love to use the quote from Jeff Bezos. You might know his company, Amazon. You might know that little company, right? Former CEO Jeff Bezos. And he says, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And as a personal brand, even as a company brand, you want to check the pulse of what people are saying about you. So when they told me, something about branding, and I kept hearing it from people over and over and over, they identified a skill set in me that I didn't realize was really there. And I had to start. And then I began to listen, because this is the key. If you want to monetize those skills, listen to what people say you're good at. And then also listen to what they say they're going to pay you for. I expand on the definition of branding. For me, it's about creating captivating experiences, or what I like to call experiences. So the Sheila C Hill Show is an experience that Sheila is crafting and cultivating for her community. So you want to think about what's the experience that you want to create for your target market. Since we're talking about experiences, I also am a Jersey girl, and I fell in love at that time, same time that I fell in love with branding and image and reputation. I also fell in love with a shock jock on the radio called, also known as Wendy Williams. And watching and listening to her show before she got on television, she created an experience every single day on the radio that when I got home from school, I had to listen to it every day. And Aunt Wendy was like the lady who taught me some lessons in life, just about being yourself, just thinking about the future, and being okay with who you are. If you're loud, if you're over the top, if you are someone who's silly and funny, be that person, because we live in a season where big personalities are rewarded. They get opportunities, they get stages, they get television time. So you want to make sure that you're being the highest level version of yourself, and you want to make sure you're building a personal brand around that experience and then also putting a price tag on that experience that you're creating for people as well.
Yes, I love it. Listen, my personality has always been big and brown. I have always been a talker. I didn't realize that it was a gift until I grew up, right? So as a child, I tell my parents, like, listen, I was getting in trouble for this. I was getting in trouble for talking in school and doing the different things. And it is a gift, but I did not know how to manage that gift as a child. So yes, I did dim my light. So, and that's what I tell people now, do not dim your light. Be who you are. If you're out there, be out there. What if you're shy, be shy. If you're extrovert, just do you and be unapologetic yourself. I love that. I love that. Now, you did mention about target audience. Can you tell us how important it is to understand the target audience when we develop that brand strategy?
So this is super important. I tell people, sometimes I say, don't do what I do what I say do in this case. The faster you get clear about who you serve, the easier it will be to market to them and build a personal brand around the programs, products, and services that you offer. Even though you might be a visionary like myself, we do all the things, but all the things, it's very difficult to package all of the things that you do. So it's so important for you to just get clear about that one thing that you do exceptionally well and that one target market you do it for. You can always expand. So for me, I have a lot of pink on. I'm wearing pink, got a pink background, pink lips. I'm actively targeting and attracting women entrepreneurs. Now, all the ladies that are women entrepreneurs may not be attracted to my pink, but the ones that are, this is a signal for them that I am their people and they are my people. So you want to be very clear, and even just being more specific than just me saying women entrepreneurs who want to package their experience, education, and expertise into an online course or a coaching program. I want to work with infopreneurs. They are selling their education and expertise, and they're creating a product, program, or service from their expertise. If they are a physical product business, like for me, that's not a good fit. If they got a brick and mortar, it's not a good fit. But if they want to package their expertise and turn it into a brand, it is a good fit for me. So you want to, and even I can be even more specific. Maybe you want to work with a specific generation or a specific affinity group. The more specificity, the better. And then if you get too specific, you can always expand from there. But it'll make it so much easier. When I'm talking to people, I always shout out some of my colleagues. One colleague does personal branding. We do similar things, but they do personal branding for medical doctors. So anyone who's a medical doctor knows that this is the personal branding expert that understands your skill set, your unique vantage point in life, and they're going to help you package your medical degree into a brand. There's another colleague that I love that does personal branding, but she does personal branding for athletes who are about to leave the league. So after their athletic career, whether they're NBA, NFL, NHL, all the acronyms, she will brand them when they're about to leave. Like, what does their personal brand look like after professional sports? So when you are that niche down, it's so much easier for people to raise their hand and say, yes, I'm an athlete. Yes, I'm a medical doctor. I want to work with you. And they've been able to build very successful brands niching down. So even for me, I'm always looking at how can we be even more specific in our languaging so that we can attract the right people and speak exactly their language. So even for me, I'll give you some examples. I've been looking at, okay, how do we do personal branding? Maybe even just in the beauty profession, makeup artists, estheticians. How do we teach them personal branding or digital product creation, or just for educators or a specific subset of a niche so they know we're specifically speaking to them and we can solve their problems?
I love it. I love it. So to round that out, there's riches in the niches. Isn't it what they say? Most definitely. That is some unique niches though. Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. Now, we was talking about online courses. Now, listen, online courses, especially lately, has become so popular. And what, in your view, makes such a powerful tool for learning and personal development with these online courses?
So we know we live in an information society. There's information at our fingertips like never before. We've never seen a season like this ever before. Now, the challenge is packaging that information together where it's more concise, it's chronological, it's step by step, and it's easy to consume. That's the challenge. And that's where we insert online courses. People have become online learners because of the pandemic. Everybody's an online learner. So that part is normal. And now they want to package information and they want a step-by-step process or system so that it's easy to follow so that they can get duplicatable results over and over and over again. So that inserts you as the expert. You have a system, you have a process, you have a workflow of how you do things. Perfect example, I'll use Sheila Hill. There's a system, there's a process, there's a workflow that she has for this podcast. So if someone wants to set up a podcast, she has the secret sauce, right? She could have a course about how she set up her show because she's been able to do that. And why is that so valuable than just looking at a YouTube video? You get a chance to speak to her. You get a chance to learn exactly how she did it. And you get a chance to learn from her step-by-step frameworks. And you get a chance to learn from her successes because she's an award-winning podcaster. And you get a chance to learn from her failures, which is super important. And that's why the online course industry, e-learning industry, is over 100 billion. It's projected to be 325 billion by 2025. Woo! And it's probably going to be higher than that. This is a $1 billion industry that is ever changing and ever growing. Get in the game. Get in the course game.
I know that's right. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get in this game, you guys. And you can have, like she was saying, your expertise. You will be surprised on what you know, and people will pay you for what you already know. Let's get into the game. Listen, we're going to get ready to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about online courses. I am so excited.
Are you ready to conquer the world of taxes? Look no further than Master Tax Academy. Discover a world of opportunities with our cutting-edge tax software and comprehensive courses. Whether you're a seasoned tax professional or just starting, we've got the tools you need to thrive. Professional tax software, from automated calculations to secure e-filing, streamline your workflow with the latest tax laws and strategies. Tax preparation course. Master the art of accurately preparing tax returns, identifying deductions, and maximizing client benefits. Why choose Master Tax Academy? Unparalleled expertise, comprehensive training, cutting-edge software, career growth. Ready to take charge of your tax career? Visit www.themastertaxacademy.org to explore our professional tax software, academy, and tax preparation course.
You to Tax Master Academy for sponsoring this episode on today. Just a little recap. We're talking with Dr. Sade Wayadu, and she's telling us all about being a branding strategist and how important it is to really focus on your target market to be successful. And we touched a little bit about online courses. Listen, if you're not there, it's time to get there. We're going to bring her back to the stage. And Dr. Sade, please tell me, if someone is interested in creating an online course, what is the initial steps that they should take, and how should they determine, their expertise and their knowledge is suitable for the online course?
Great question. So the first thing is, I want you to get clear about who you are. So write down, like literally we did this for a training that I'm in right now prior to this. Write down who you are and what you enjoy. What do you like doing? What do you like speaking about? What do people say that you are an expert on? And write that down. So the first thing we always do is a brain dump. We got to extract everything that you're good at and write it down first. The second thing is we want to identify what problems you know how to solve. So once you write this down, what problems do you know how to solve? And you want to look at this list. What are the things you enjoy doing? What are the problems you know how to solve? Because we solve problems. And the last piece is we want to identify what's going to be the most profitable opportunity for you today. Okay. So there's certain things that are just going to be more profitable for you to focus on. And then it'll allow you to do all the other things that you would like to do. So how do we identify profitability when it comes to a course? We do research. You can check Facebook groups. You can check Amazon, see what people are already selling and talking about, and then see what your target market wants specifically for you. And then we survey people and we ask them what they want. Once they have told us what they want to buy from us, this is a nugget. We do not create the course before we have identified an audience that actually wants to pay us for the thing that we want to do. Once we have identified what they want to pay us for, what they're interested in, then we create, okay? Well, we sell and then we create. So we want to start off with a problem, identifying what your genius is, identifying what your expertise. Then we want to identify where there's profitability by asking questions to our target market. We want to see what they're interested in buying from us. Once they say they want to buy it from us, we can actually begin selling it and then creating it. So that is the process that I want you to start off with. You don't have to have everything perfect. You don't have to have a million modules and videos. You can build the plane as you fly. I'd rather you make money up front that's going to help you fund creating the course and putting everything together, and then make your money up front and then create the content. It'll make it so much easier. And I promise you, if you operate in integrity, you will create your course because people have paid you in advance to create it. It's called pre-sales. So take your pre-sale money and allow that money to help you fund the course.
Yes, yes, I love that. So, okay, so now you have all these courses out here that a lot of people are actually taking, but they're not taking action. They're actually not, hey, they taking this course. Oh, I'm going to grab this course, this course. What do you say to people who have analysis paralysis, who have procrastination, who don't believe in themselves? What do you say to these people in the sense of going ahead and getting the course done? Please talk to them.
Great comment and question. Most people do not finish their courses. Let's be 100% clear. It's like a 30%, probably less, actual completion rate. So for me, as someone who has a background in curriculum and instruction, it's so important that we want to get people results. But there will be people who totally just buy. They are excited to buy. They get caught up in the marketing and they take no action. I don't like that. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I don't like people not taking action, but it is a reality. So one of the things that we have to be okay with is that even though we put good work out there in the world that's transformational, that changes people's lives, it does not mean that everybody's going to consume the content. It doesn't mean everybody's going to take action. And sometimes what we think the outcome is going to be is not necessarily the outcome they're going to get. Sometimes people come to us to be inspired. I'm not okay with that. I'm just telling you. I'll be like, you came here to be inspired. I want to make you money. I want you to do all these things. But it's not always what we want for people to do. It's really about what they want. Sometimes our goal in somebody's life is to just help them build confidence. Sometimes our goal is just to let them know that, hey, course creation is possible for them. And maybe a year, 2 years, maybe 5 years down the line, they'll actually do it. And also put in systems where they feel supported, so that they can get things done. And then if people are not getting stuff done, then the next level of support that you can provide for people is done for you or done with you. So we teach people how to create their online course, but we also have an option in our agency where people can fly down to Atlanta and we will record your course with you. We hire the videographer, we have a makeup artist, we find the location, and we film it over a day or two. So we actually have some people that are going through that process that don't feel like doing it themselves. They don't feel like recording. They don't feel like making the workbooks. We will do that for you, but it's just a higher ticket investment. So there's absolutely options for people like that as well.
Wow. I love it because listen, done for you. Woo! And a lot of times it's because we're so stuck in our heads and we don't understand that this is something that I can do. But if you are that, just do the done for you. Yeah, like you said, it's a little higher ticket, but it will be done instead of you just sitting with the knowledge. It's time to get it out there. Now, a lot of people deal with imposter syndrome. I battled it a few rounds myself. What do you say to the people who just have that imposter syndrome and just can't get past it?
So, imposter syndrome, there's some evidence in your life that's appearing real, that's not real. So I think I wrote an article for LinkedIn about this recently that needs to be published. And part of it is me talking about my own imposter syndrome and me feeling inadequate and having self-doubt. And one of the things that I do with myself and my clients is I had to identify why I am the person for the job. So I'm identifying what my skill set is, what my expertise, what are my years of experience. And when you see it written down, regardless of what you're saying up here, this crap you're telling yourself, when you see, okay, you have these degrees, you have these years of experience, you have this life experience, you've been able to help 3,000 people do this, you've been able to build a fan base and an audience, you've been able to do these things. When you literally see the evidence written down in front of you, You have no other choice but to believe it. So I'm like, the evidence, like, and I say, we had this analogy. I might have to start doing it again. Like, you're a lawyer. When a lawyer wants to win a case, there's evidence. Both sides are pulling up evidence. So you got to pull up evidence against your imposter and say, listen, imposter, according to the evidence, I have this degree. According to this evidence, I've been able to produce these kind of results for my clients. According to this evidence, I've been able to produce this type of results for myself. So even if I don't believe it, the evidence is saying opposite. So I have to begin to believe the evidence. And mindset is something you want to work on every single day. Just like we bathe, just like we brush our teeth, work on your mind every single day.
Every day. Yes. Let me get my little clapper. You done got my clapper out, because baby, it's all about the mindset. Imposter syndrome can sit in, but listen, you have to have your mindset so you can accomplish the greatness, the whole purpose that you're here. I love it. Now, Dr. Sade, you are a full-time entrepreneur. And I tell people all the time, I even did a series. Listen, entrepreneurship is not for the weak at heart, baby. And if you're not an entrepreneur, you don't understand what I'm saying. But understanding that even if you celebrate a year of being a full-time entrepreneur or even part-time, that is worth celebrating because it is a lot of work. Dr. Sade, what do you say, or how do you balance, or is there balance when it comes to being an entrepreneur, and how do you put in your routine self-care?
Entrepreneurship is ghetto, like Marketing My Race says, it's ghetto.
Yes.
I don't recommend it sometimes. I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yes.
So it is definitely a challenge. And I would not be the first or the last person to say that we contemplate quitting all the time. Like, why do we need this level of stress? Why do we need this amount of bills? Like, can I do something simple? I was living my best life as a teacher, right? But it's rewarding. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna say. It's definitely stressful. Life is stressful, but this is the life that we've chosen, and you can modify it and create entrepreneurship in the way that makes the most sense for you. And that's one thing I'll say about that. When it comes to balance, I have mentors that make 10 million. They make millions of dollars, and they be like, why you not here? Why you not here? And I had to stand in who I am today and say, listen, I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there in my way. I want to get there in the way that feels good to me. I want to get there in the way that feels good for my life. Right. So you have to be okay with how you navigate the world and how you run your business. And if you don't like how you run it, then you need to fix it. There's people, there's coaching and mentors. So that's my way of balance. Also, I love staycations and I love traveling. So if it involves me traveling, it can be a staycation of me just going to a nice hotel for a day or two to unwind and relax and sit in a bathrobe and watch Hallmark Channel. That's the way that I have balance. Getting balance is spending time with my nieces and nephews and family. Balance is taking a nap. Balance is sometimes saying no to opportunities when you just don't have the capacity to do it.
Come on.
I'm encouraging you, create entrepreneurship in the way that makes the most sense for your life.
Most definitely. I love that. I love the say no and then put a little period right at the end and be done, and don't feel guilty about it. I made a post this week and it said, I used to live the soft life, and then I became an entrepreneur. Like, what was I thinking? I used to just take the kids to school, go to the gym, and just like go to Panera Bread, and let me go to the library, pick up a book, and it's just like, stress. But I love it. Like you're saying, I love it because at the end of the day, you are helping people, and you just feel so free. I just cannot imagine me checking out a clock from 9 to 5. I will be out my mind, but that's just me. Hey, if you work at a 9 to 5, that's you. But I have been doing this for so long. I love the freedom as well. You do that for your self-care routine. What is something that people just don't know about Dr. Sade? What's a secret that you can share with our listeners today?
A secret? Oh,
Yeah, let's.
conversation we were previously having about making entrepreneurship make sense for you. So one thing that my life is changing. There's a transition that's happening. No, I'm not pregnant, anyone. That's not what's happening. Okay. I know I might be glowing, but that's not where the glow is coming from. So my niece is actually coming to live with me this year. So we are still in the process of getting her into school. So my life, I have a teenager moving in with me.
Gosh, congratulations. Was it the one that was at the conference in Raleigh?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
she's a sweetie.
So hopefully in a couple of days, school has already started. We're a little bit behind, but hopefully in a couple of days, she will be registered in school. And yeah, so that's a difference in my life.
Oh, yes. Your life will change.
Navigating, having a teenager here who likes to wear my clothes and lipsticks and nail polish and hair and all that other stuff. So my life is changing. So with that natural change, there's different changes that are going to happen in my business to accommodate this new person that will be here in life, because now we got like parent meetings and things like homework, getting up for school. So life has to change for me. My schedule has to change a little bit as well. So I'm navigating this new normal. Pray for me, people.
Excited. I'm so excited for you, because I'm gonna pray for you, because I just was talking about this the other day yesterday. On my daughter used to drive. She graduated this past year, and she used to drive my younger daughter to school. So now she done graduate. She's in college. Now who has to do it? Me.
Take her to school.
I have to do mommy duty. I don't want to get up. I was spoiled. So now I have to get up every morning, take her to school, pick her up. So listen, Ann is a teenager. Bless your soul right now. But I love how you have that softness to you when it comes to your family. I can see you just sort of break down when you talked about your niece, and when you talk about your mom and the reason why you do what you do sometimes, and how you even moved back to the country because of your family. You was missing out. No matter how much money you make, no matter how high you get and how much success you get, if you're not connected with your family or those that you love, what is it all about? And I love that. I really love that. So kudos to you, and much success to having a teenager in your family on a regular basis. You're going to do fine, though. She's a good girl, too. And she may help you out in your business, because she was a really great helper.
She's very helpful
at your
She's
conference.
very creative. She's, since we're talking about her name is Jordan. She actually made this. She's very creative.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And draw and do all those things. So part of my job is to make sure we make money in business, so that we can cultivate the thing that she loves to do as well. So,
that is awesome.
That was my not so secret.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Listen, I'm telling you, tell her to get a podcast and talk about her experiences of staying with her auntie and living in a different city. You'll be surprised at how many people want to hear that story, and how many teenagers that she can that will resonate with her.
Well, maybe she needs to be interviewed on this podcast that Sheila C Hill told me I was creating. Maybe.
Most definitely. Okay, Dr. Sade, now, is there anything else you would like our listeners to know about, any upcoming projects or developments that you're working on? Please share.
Yes. So we have a speaker showcase in October 14th in Atlanta, Georgia. And part of this mission is helping people share their stories and build a platform around these stories and this brand, because your brand's a big deal and more people in the world need to know about it. So that's kind of like part of this next iteration of my business and in my life, is helping other people build their platforms and getting them in front of more people, because people need to know that you exist.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay. So how can our listeners connect with you and learn more about working with you as a branding strategist or helping with their online classes? Please tell me, how can they contact you?
You can connect with me on all things social media at Hey Dr. Shade, Hey Dr. Shade, because that's how my parents spelled my name. And you can also connect with me at workwithshade.com, and we would love to hear from you. And let me know that you connected with me here.
Most definitely. We love it. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
I love it, love it, love it. Listen, I told you guys we have nothing but the best here at the Sheila C Hill Show. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow, and tell Mama and them that the Sheila C Hill Show is here for them too. Okay, now, if you would like to be a guest on the show, or if you would like to be a sponsor and purchase an ad to run and sponsor an episode, just contact us on the SheilaCHillShow.com and just click the little button at the top that says ad/commercial or sponsorship. We will be glad to have it. And also, if this episode resonated with you, anything that Dr. Sade said, and you just like it just touched your fancy, we would love to hear from you. Just send us an email at the Sheila C Hill Show at gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you, and we will get back to us. Thank you for showing up for the day. Just know that you are loved and highly appreciated. Let's get it. Let's go. Until next time on the Sheila C Hill Show.